What's up, YouTube? This is Mike with Living with 3M, and the UPS man just dropped something off. Yes. So Legend's gonna have a new grill very soon, as soon as we can find time to break away and install this sucker. So stay tuned, guys. Okay, so got the grill inside the house. Thought I'd just open it up really quick. I'm gonna tell you what, it's well packaged. Definitely well packaged. Inside here, so it's just divider boxes. I'm sure this is the light kit. The wiring looks pretty well put together. Okay, guys, got it out of the box. It's really sturdy, pretty well built. Everything is high quality. I opted for the black finish. You can get it in black or gray, and wanted to do black on mine. Okay, I just flipped it over where you can see the wires. Really good connections. Also, where you change out the dude grill, get rid of dude, and they give you the F and the R, which is what's in the box. So we will take care of that, because there won't be a dude grill on my truck. It's got to be Ford or nothing. I went ahead and opened the box with the F and the R inside, and neat little thing, they give templates. Well, they're not really templates, they're vinyl graphics that I guess you could put on to outline it. You know, if you wanted to outline it in red, have it accented on the front of the truck, which we're not going to use these, but I just thought that was a pretty nice addition to everything. But there's, as you can see, the R, the F, and they even give you more screws with the kit. Even though these screws will work, they give you more. Really well packaged. Okay, guys, let's get it on the truck. Okay, we're going to start with the push pins. You know, everybody knows there's 9 or 10 push pins on top that hold the plastic plate on. Okay, we're gonna take those off. I've seen several people say, man, you got to get in this little groove with the screwdriver and pop that pin up like that. And that works for most of them. So we'll use the screwdriver for that. But then there'll be some tough ones to where you want to take your plastic push pin removal tool and get under there and do that, just to avoid breaking these pins, because they do not sell them at the parts store. This is a dealer only item, and they're pretty expensive from what I understand. So, okay, we're going to try to avoid breaking these, and excuse the dust, but I have not washed Legend's engine in a few months. So, okay, moving along. Just a little tidbit of information that I just found out. I'm noticing on the base right there, there's a spot big enough to put the screwdriver in. But do not make the mistake of doing that first, because if you spin the little clip around, spins everything around, you'll notice there is the slot to initially put the screwdriver, because you got to get the inside piece up first. So we're going to pop it like that. Put this under it. All right, you don't want to pull it all the way out. It will come all the way out, but you don't really have to. Then you can spin it around here. See how easy that was? Now the whole thing will pop right up. So, easy as pie. Okay, got the push pins out. Everybody notices, got these. There's also one right here. Haven't taken any of these out yet, so just bear with me. So basically, yep, nothing right there. So we're just going to remove this and move forward. Okay, went ahead and got that top plastic piece removed, and then I went ahead and removed these right here. I guess that's really just a dust cover or whatever, and these are like a push pin, but it's not the same as what we removed earlier. So I just leave them in that little fabric piece right there. And you've got one on the other side, and I noticed when I went to remove it, it was already broken. So I didn't do that, but it's already broken. So what I may do, putting it back, I mean, it's not really going anywhere, but I may try and move this around, maybe drill another little hole in that plastic piece, just so it's all buttoned up really nice. Okay, so moving along to the next step. As you see, 1, 2, 3, 4. That is 4 10mm bolts. So I'll just use a small ratchet with a 10mm, and we'll remove those 4 bolts. Okay, I've already taken them out. As you can see, just left them laying there for you to see the length of them. 3, and we're working on the 4th one right here. I use a small ratchet with a 10mm. Some guys can use a drill with a socket attachment on it, which is fine to remove it. But if you don't set the drill right for the torque, reinstalling them, this is really just plastic, so you could really do some damage. So I just take a few extra minutes with a small ratchet, and you see, done. Okay guys, now that we've got our 10mm bolts out right there, could have went ahead and took these out, but just wanted to make this an extra step that you can actually see instead of me taking the liberty of going ahead and doing it. This one and this one, you've got to take these out, and then the scary part is this is your painted plastic front end. You'll have to pop this loose, which is pretty scary. Just be careful, take your time, and you'll have 2 bolts down here. Okay, since I'm having to do this with the iPhone, I don't have the GoPro going today, so basically just showing you. I just pried that back very slowly. It is very spooky to be pulling on that light plastic, but the little push pins release, and we'll go ahead and get this off here. Okay, if you can see right back down in there, there is the bolt that we'll need to remove. It's near the bottom, and a lot of guys will pull this part on back, but I can get my extension, and that's an 8mm bolt, so I can get that in there. Just be careful you don't scuff your paint. I can get it in there without even touching, and also without pulling this all the way out. So just a little tip, if you're careful, you don't really have to remove the whole thing. Just pull this out where you can gain access to that bolt head. Guys, I'll have to apologize for telling you guys to try and get to this bolt without removing this, which that was fine, I was able to. But when it comes to this little push pin right here, which I did not know would be that tough to get to, this has to come away. So basically you have to get at least 3 of those pins on the bottom loose, and that comes loose just by pulling gently, and this will pop loose. So you will have to remove this, so it makes it a lot easier. Okay, got this loose right here. Everything up top. You will unplug both of these, and you also have to pop this little push pin here. That's holding as well. But once the 3 push pins on the side and the 3 push pins on this side are removed, the grill is totally free at that point. Okay, I went ahead and brought this inside since it's pretty cold outside. Just to let you guys know how to separate the grill from the bracket, because you're going to need to put that bracket on the new grill. So you've got 4 10mm bolts, right there. Okay, then you're going to have these right here, which are 10mm, 2, three on the bottom right there. Yeah, I see 3 on the bottom. All right, and the infamous, that's an 8mm right there. So the 10mm won't fit. I don't know if you can see that one. He's hidden. That's the one a lot of people miss and try to figure out why their grill does not come apart. That is an 8mm. You will need an extension with that. So, all right, so all of these are 10mm, except the middle is 8. And then you're gonna come around here. You do not mess with these at all. The ones we're gonna mess with are right here. 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4, all those are the same push pins, a little different, but similar push pins. So we just use our push pin removal tool and remove those 4 on the top. So 4 push pins on the top. 3 10mm on the bottom. 1, 2, 3. And then 1, 2, 3. Where's our 4th? Right there. 4th. Right there. Okay, so all of these are 10. Remember the 8 hidden. It'll come apart. So one little tip, guys, that I've known a few people that try their best to remove these with screwdrivers, and they may have success, you may have success, but this little tool, you can pick it up at any auto parts store for $6 on the cheap to $20 expensive. It's really a must-have for me to do anything like this, especially if you're removing door panels on a car, interior pieces, anything that would you would really mess up with a screwdriver. So it's really neat to have. Plastic, it's flexible, bendable, and makes the job a whole lot easier. All right, just to recap, 3 bottom ones, that's 10mm, 4 around the outside edges, 10mm. There's the center, 8mm, and there's the push pins. One little tip I just found out also, these 4 that came off of the original bracket and grill, we will not be using them to put back on. Company sends you brand new bolts, washers. The bolts are 9/16 or 14mm. So just replace this when attaching the Raptor grill to the bracket rather than this. Okay, just snapped everything back in. I mean, it is very simple, very simple. The last thing we will want to do is hook up the lights, which I have them right here. It's plug and play on one end and basically 2 wires on the other. That's 12 volt and ground. You can wire it up however you want with a switch. Me, I had already had some other wires here, but I wired it into my parking lights. So anytime I turn my parking lights on, the Raptor grill lights will light up. Okay, fellas, there it is. Raptor grill. I think it looks really well. I'll go ahead and give you a walk around of the truck. Okay, Grille is finished just as promised. That mod is in the books. So please like the videos, subscribe, comment, let me know what you guys want to see, and we will take it from there.